Hello and welcome to Star Trek Starfleet Academy. We are finally here. It's been a while, but this is a game I had played a lot in my childhood, so I'm looking forward to it. Oh, let's up that difficulty. Subtitles on. Yes, we want to use the joystick. So, this game, as you probably have surmised by now, puts you not in the shoes of a seasoned Starfleet captain, but as a mere cadet, and we'll be going through a bunch of simulations that test our fitness for a commission with Starfleet. I will say I'm a little unsure of the scenario of the academy, in that in universe in canon, at least as far as I know, it's like a 4 year. It's like Annapolis Naval College, basically. You know, you go there for 4 years. You're a midshipman or something, and then when you graduate, you get a commission as an ensign. But here, like in an actual military environment, you would get that commission as an ensign. All your subjects would pertain, beyond the gen ed stuff, would pertain to things that would probably be useful to what you would be doing, whether that's surface warfare or um, aviation. Whereas here, it seems like they're just kind of training for a role already. Like, obviously, um, Starfleet Academy has different tracks that you can get in on: operations, engineering, security, medical, science. And so it's a little weird because it gives the impression, and you'll see what I mean later, that you're all in the same program, even though like you're kind of on different tracks. So I'm wondering if this isn't for, in the military, you would, once you get to a certain rank, I think you have to basically go back to and take basically like a 1 or 2 year command school course before you can actually get up to the higher ranks. I think. I'm not quite sure that's how it works, but this is almost what this feels like. So I'm wondering if this maybe isn't the in-universe equivalent of like basically if, Annapolis had a master's degree or something where it's like, okay, you can spend a few extra years here. We'll give you extra training for for your selected position that you want to be in, and then you can kind of graduate a little higher up into that field. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Um, but yeah, so we are going to be playing the role of Cadet Forrester, and this is very much a cinematic game in that obviously they got Kirk and Sulu, or Shatner and Takai, for live action footage. That introduction cutscene with the Enterprise A docking at Starbase was very lovingly crafted. Like, honestly, if you could render that at a higher resolution, some of it might not hold up. Obviously, like the cadet gathering and stuff, but just the scenes revolving around the Enterprise A, there is so much detail in there that it looks just like it does in the movies. That might even hold up today if you were to bump up the resolution. But we have a long road ahead of us before we're commanding anything like that. So yeah, let's get into it.
Cadets Log, first entry. Cadet David Forrester logging on. Today they took us for a tour of the simulator, and for the first time, I met my crew. That's Jeffrey Corrin, my navigator. He's from one of the wealthiest families on Alpha Centauri. Rumor has it he was up for command school, but didn't take it because he doesn't like the responsibility of command. Of course, rumor also has it that his photon torpedoes never miss. At the helm is Jana Acton. She's from the mining colony on Rigel 12 in the Levantine Expanse. She hasn't had an easy life. They live pretty rough out there, especially by Federation standards. My engineer is Robin Brady, from Colorado, on Earth. He's a quiet guy, but I'm told he can tear apart and rebuild a warp drive in record time. Over by communications, that's Vanda Magia. She's the oldest daughter of a prominent Andorian ambassador. Most Andorians never expected her to take on a heavy responsibility like Starfleet. My science officer is Sturek. from Vulcan. I worked with him in some computer classes last year. He's brilliant, even by Vulcan standards.
Cadets,
We're scheduled to complete familiarization later this morning, and this afternoon we fly our first real simulator mission, our trial by fire.
Let's hope we're ready for it.
And with that close up, you can kind of see my grapes a little bit better. In that they all have 4 pips, which in basically from the extended universe, as it were, of Star Trek, that basically means they're 4th year cadets. But you look at, and granted, I guess you could enter the college at any age, but Forrester is very obviously not a 22-year-old or 23-year-old. So we will save our game. Let's call it, I guess, just there. And now this is basically your campaign menu, so to speak, or your game menu, for the your story menu. We'll call it that. You can go back and do missions or go into settings. If you do like missions, that kind of bumps you back out to the main menu. I guess it doesn't. Oh, you know what? I think you have to quit. But you can basically do missions within here. You can load a previously saved game. And you can see your crew ratings. So this determines basically how effective your ship will perform in the simulator, based on how effective your crewmates' scores are. So you can see our score, Sturrock, Brady, Corrin, Acton, and McGee. And these scores will fluctuate depending on your decisions inside and outside of the simulator, so it's definitely something you want to keep an eye on. How Vulcan isn't scoring 100%, I don't know, but it is what it is, so let's continue.
Cadets, this is your first Starfleet Academy mission. Several star systems are threatened by drifting minefields. Your job is to destroy the mines and to capture the devices controlling them. Further instructions will be sent to you as your mission progresses. Now, Mr. Forrester, we need you to choose your vessel. The more powerful your vessel, the more difficult the scenario will become.
I'd like a Constitution class.
I'm fond of the Constitution class myself. Good luck, cadets.
Captain's Log, Stardate 2967.5. Weapons of war do not recognize truces, ceasefires, or peace treaties. They're capable of killing millennia after their wars have been forgotten. Our mission involves these weapons. We must neutralize several dangerous minefields that are threatening Federation space.
Message from Starbase, Captain.
Warp to system S1222 by pressing keys Shift and W to engage warp. Your course is automatically plotted by your navigator if it is a mission objective.
Course laid in, Captain.
And it is a mission objective, although Atkins should be doing that, not Corrin. But you can see it's already plotted in there. Let's bump that up to warp 8. No reason to go slow. And we have full access to library computers, which won't be of much use now. We can see the science station again. And, this tells us that we are the USS Ranger today. So that is the ship they are simulating for us. McGee just says we can hail the Starbase. They, basically, you can try to pretend your mission's done, or just say, yep, everything's fine. Brady with power station here. And we'll be doing energy allocation not at this station because it takes way too long. And then, of course, Corrin. He's got short-range scanners up here. Oh, there's a little glitch. Don't know if that'll come through on the recording. But, some of these buttons are a little nasty. And then you can go to full screen mode. Oh, okay, that does work. Sweet. But I like this because it feels more cinematic. So let's warp the system. S1222.
Entering System 1222, Captain.
After entering the system, go to Red Alert by pressing the A key and then the R key. Target a mine. Use the keypad 0 or period keys to cycle through targets. The targeted item will have a square around it. If the square is red, it is in phaser range. If the red square has crosshairs, the target is in photon torpedo range. The keypad plus keys selects the nearest target. These mines fire weapons at the ship and explode in close proximity to the ship. Do not approach them too closely. Button 1 on the joystick will fire phasers, and button 2 will fire the photon torpedoes. Each ship has a limited complement of photon torpedoes on board, so use them sparingly.
Alright, shields up, red alert. My throttle is not working. Okay, at least the rest of the joystick is. Let's see.
We've completed repairs on the tractor beam, sir.
What is our targeting?
Lower shields repaired.
Nothing on my joystick, apparently. Okay. We'll manage.
Starboard shields have been hit.
There we go. So,
Starboard shields repaired. Lower shields have been hit.
Mine destroyed.
let's do some of that energy
Port-side shields have
allocation.
been hit. Lower shields down to 50%. Upper shields repaired.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
There we go.
Upper
Increase
shields
power
have
to
been
the
hit.
shields. Mr. Brady.
Mine destroyed.
Alright, Jenna, plot us to the next mine. Corn, shoot
Mine
it.
destroyed, Captain. Mine
Alright, we
Upper
are
shields repaired.
clearing through this minefield.
destroyed, Captain.
There we go.
Destroyed, Captain.
These guys are a little out of our range. There we go.
Mine destroyed, Captain. Mine destroyed.
There we go. Good marksmanship, Corn.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
Lower shields repaired.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
Did I miss one? Alright, there we go.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
And we got our last set of mines here.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
After destroying all mines, target the first mine controller. Switch to disabling phases by pressing the F key. Note, photon torpedoes do not have a disabling mode. Using photon torpedoes on a disabled ship will destroy it. Once the mine controller is disabled, Starfleet will order you to go to System S-1622. Warp to System S-1622 by pressing Shift and W.
Mine destroyed, Captain.
Alright, so now we can see there's our mine controller, there's our ship. So basically it shows you your shields like you would expect. But there's a little dot that shows you basically the status of your dorsal
You
and
have
ventral
completed your
shields.
mission in this system. Proceed on to System 1622.
Course laid in, Captain.
Object is out of range.
Right.
Target the weapon system. Disable the weapons and then tractor the mine controller into your hold.
Oh man, he was moving pretty fast
Object
when,
is out of range.
when we disabled him.
Object is out of range.
Alright, Corn, put a tractor beam on him now.
Tractor beams are not available, Captain.
Alright, this is where the energy allocation comes in. So, if we reduce power to shields, Brady, if you can reduce power to shields back to their default. Let's switch to our map to make sure we don't run into it. There he is. So now we gotta close within 2,000 units. Alright, initiate tractor beam. There we go. Now let's bring him to a stop. Don't want him drifting into the center or anything before we can pick him up and study him. There we go. Now we can slowly back away. Or, since I don't know the reverse key off the top of my head, there is a reverse key. You can go in reverse. There we go. Alright, so we'll be back for him. Jenna, warp us out to, or Miss Atson, sorry, that should be more formal. Please warp us to system S1622.
Entering system 1622, Captain.
Target and destroy all mines once more.
Next verse, same as the first. Increase power to shields, Brady. Jenna, get us in range of those mines. Thorn, fire at will.
Lower shields have been hit. Forward shields have been hit.
So you can see they're in groups of
Shields have been hit. Lower shields
3
down to
now,
50%.
and apparently
Both engines have been hit.
targeting is a little weird.
Crystals are
Disabled second mine.
Alright, let's check our shields. Ooh, our ventral. We gotta keep an eye on our ventral shields there. Wow, these mind controllers
shields
are
repaired.
pretty weak. I do want to disable him, but I don't think that actually, I guess we'll go and disable him.
forward shields repaired.
The mind controller is disabled.
Tractor beams are not available, Captain.
Right, can you give me a tractor beam now?
You have successfully tracked toward the mine controller. Starfleet will be pleased.
Alright, let's just bring him to a stop here. Or switch phasers back to full power.
Object is out of range.
There we go.
Lower shields repaired.
Oh fuck, shields are offline. Brady, we need the shields online. There we go. Shields are online. I don't know how they got turned offline, but let's divert more power to shields. And everyone's... There we go. Everyone's kind of getting out of a range here, which was probably fortunate considering the loss of our shields. But yeah. Orin, take out the rest of those mines.
Upper shields have been hit.
Mine destroyed.
Upper shields repaired.
Guy manually target.
Upper shields have been hit.
Almost.
Mine destroyed.
There we go. As you can see, we got a pretty decent angle of...
Aft shields repaired.
unfortunately, it's not true Star Trek, you know, full 360-degree shooting or whatever. It is kind of arcadey in that, you know, like you're flying a fighter of some sort. But it does have a pretty good range from the captain's chair, at least, because it's calibrated for the full screen mode. And generally, anything you can see in that full screen mode, your phasers will auto lock on. Otherwise, you shoot nothing.
Track to the mine controller. While the controller is targeted and within 2,000 units, press the T key.
All right, Brady. Reduce power to shields to standard levels. Oh, F is off. I might have accidentally hit off. Jenna, bring it. Miss Axon, please bring us to 40% impulse power. Stand us down to yellow alert.
You have successfully tracked toward the mine controller. Starfleet will be pleased. Warp to Starbase by pressing Shift and W.
All right, lay in a course. Alright, as you can see, the Starbase is not to scale, but that's fine. We will, let's wait for our momentum to stop, and we'll pop the mind controller there. Now, Miss Axon, I gotta learn how to say her name properly, but please set a course for system S1222. Plot a course, and engage.
Entering System 1222, Captain.
F impulse, extend sensor range. There's the mind controller, full impulse. Let's get right up to him. And we'll bring this guy back to Starbase as well. That way they don't, go repairing themselves and laying any more mines.
There is nothing unusual to report, Captain.
Alright. As you can see, he's a ways out there. If we diverted power to impulse engines, we could probably get there a little faster, but this ain't a race. Job worth doing is a job worth doing well.
Object is out of range.
Alright, bring us within 2,000 units tractor. Alright. This Axon landing course for Starbase. Plot a course. And engage. And let's, oh, it's not letting me. Oh, okay, perfect. That went exactly how I wanted it. And we'll park them there.
There is nothing unusual to report, Captain.
Now there is a third-person view. F2? It's there we go. So you can see our beautiful ship here as we and you can see we got a little bit of inertia there. It's more noticeable if you're going from something huge to something small, but the Constitution, for its size, is really manageable. Anyways.
There is nothing unusual to report, Captain.
Can we beam a team over there to study them?
We cannot transport anyone while their shields are up, sir.
What? How are their shields up? Our shields are up. I guess we can stand down green alert. They don't have shields even. So that's just a polite way of saying, no, you can't beam over. In any case, Starbase, we brought you both of the mind controllers. So, Nagia, hail.
They are not returning our hails, Captain.
Oh yeah, the mind controllers.
They are not returning our hails, Captain.
Don't talk to you. So, Nagia, hail Starbase.
Hailing frequency open.
Mission accomplished, Starfleet.
Mission accomplished, Starfleet.
Congratulations. You have dealt with overwhelming odds in a manner consistent with the best traditions of Starfleet.
And that is his, basically his generic victory speech. So if you score full points, I think. If we go to the crew, we can see, I don't think our performance has really changed at all. Actin. I gotta get that drilled into my head, but we can save our game here. But there's one more scene for today's episode, so let's do that real quick.
Good afternoon, crew. Hey, hello, dude. I asked y'all to meet me here so we could get acquainted. Did everyone get a drink?
Yes. Any chance of something stronger?
Not on my salary. So, you want to sit down? So, what did you think of Rothro's speech today?
Well, I didn't agree with Rothro. I mean, you can't invent a rule for every situation.
Perhaps not, but statistically speaking, the current Starfleet regulations have brought the Federation unprecedented success.
I don't think we have a choice here. If we don't follow the established procedures, we simply invite chaos.
Starfleet's not perfect, Jana, and neither are the regs.
Perhaps not, but I didn't apply to Starfleet because I thought I knew better than the best minds in the Federation.
Well, maybe you didn't, but I know I have something to offer to Starfleet.
Why did you get into Starfleet, Corn?
I bought my way in. Hey, don't look so surprised. There's a 2-for-1 sale on shuttlecraft today.
Look, Corin, this may be a joke to you, but it is a privilege to be here at Starfleet. I worked hard to get here.
So, Jana, how did you get here anyway? Stealing the local shuttle or just hitching a ride on your garbage truck?
And this is the first crew conflict you will have to resolve. You have to keep your crew in line here. Obviously, Corin's just being a fucking asshole right now, but Jenna she did attack him, and granted she was provoked, but I think I don't want either of them to continue with this.
Both of you stop!
She can't take a joke.
No one acts like this on my crew.
I'm really sorry.
Look, maybe that's enough getting acquainted for today.
In the interest of completeness, I suggest we hear from Robin.
Oh, right. Robin? What about you?
I wasn't even sure I wanted to join Starfleet. I was happy working on the weather control satellite monitoring systems. Starfleet's a lot more socially complex.
Socially complex.
Corn?
Sorry.
I just want to be able to serve, that's all.
I concur. When one has the capabilities that are of use to the many, service is the only logical response.
I agree.
Absolutely.
And we'll all get that chance. To the crew.
To the crew.
Here, here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how Corn made it through probably 3.5 years of the academy already. 3 years, while still being such a gigantic asshole. But he does lighten up pretty quickly, so don't worry about that. But yeah, we got a nice diverse crew. Not as many aliens as I'd like, but you know, obviously video game from the 90s, so they got a budget and they spent a lot of it doing these very nice cutscenes, I imagine. So you know, I can forgive them for that. But yeah, we got an Andorian, we got what looks like a Trill, a couple humans from various colonies. I presume Forrester is from Earth, and then we've got Vulcan. So fairly diverse crew. And that will conclude today's episode. So tomorrow we'll get into our next simulator mission. And see what challenges await us. But until then, thank you all for watching and stay tuned for next time. And stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.